close and hold me fast. This magic spell you cast. This is la vie en rose. When you kiss me, heaven sighs, and though I close my eyes, I see la vie en rose. When you press me to your heart.
Hello there, and welcome back if you come from my last video, or just welcome if you just randomly popped here. Very unlikely, but anyway, welcome. So today we're going through my first ever bullet journal. I never thought I would do this in this channel because I always said that the bullet journal was too much for me, but I found a way that it works and I wanted to share it. So as you can tell, I just wanted to have a very simple but still pretty approach to it. So that's gonna be the whole kind of spirit of the bullet journal. I wanted to do some notes regarding the whole Art Deco trend. I love Art Deco, and it's the 20s, so obviously it was just the right thing to do. I tried to keep it very simple with the florals and just added random golden touches. Then this page just felt very empty, and I just wanted to maybe add a little bit more, but I didn't really want to draw because I didn't want to overcomplicate it, so I just added some Polaroids from my friends. Now getting to the first actual page of the journal, it's the yearly log, when you have a whole view of your year in order to organize your future events that you already know are scheduled. I was too lazy to do the squares, and I was also scared to get it wrong, so I just went for the easy way and printed, but then also added some color to make it look pretty. Then I have my mood tracker. Same thing, I was kind of lazy. I was thinking, do I really want to do the whole gradient of colors? So I just decided to go only to highlight the either really good day with golden or the really bad days with the black. Then I just have a very simple page with for my books. And then I have the same thing for my movies. I have a lot more space for the movies because, as most of the people, I watch a lot more movies than I read books, just because it's easier to watch movies. And I prepare another sheet just because I know that it's not going to be enough for the year. I might even need more. I think I messed up that one. Then I have more lists. I'm a huge fan of lists. I like having lists for everything I do, and I play the piano and the ukulele, so I wanted to write some songs to check in the future, and then also places that I would like to check in the future. I am always like looking at cute restaurants and whatever, and I get the idea that I really want to go there, and I always forget to write it down, so I just wanted to do this. Obviously still need to fill it up. Then the budget tracker. I am terrible with my budget, so I wanted to push myself, but I think this layout didn't work, and I'm trying to do it better. Then kind of like the same thing for the bucket list. I made a mistake because I wrote all of the things that I wanted on the need pile. So yeah, if that doesn't represent my brain, then I don't know what does. Next, I have more lists, so my grades. That's pretty self-explanatory. All of these pages are not typical bullet journal pages. These are just pages that I've had in my regular system for a while, and it just helped me to kind of like organize my things. This projects planning thing, it's a new thing I'm trying, and I think it works pretty well because I don't tend to have deadlines for my regular things. Then again, more lists. This time I have the video ideas. I separated them in the categories, so I have like blog style, beauty, fashion, all of that, just kind of to have it a little bit more organized in my brain. I'm showing a lot of spoilers about the videos, but anyway, I saw this idea on the channel of Ashley for Best Dress, and I thought it was just genius because you basically just choose the day that you want to upload a video, and then kind of like have a list of all of the dates that correspond to the rest of the months, and then you just kind of like go and play with it. And I think it's good to just have like a general layout of that. Here I have some more lists for cleaning, and this is one of my favorite things I've incorporated in the bullet journal. That is the video Kanban. And it's basically a system of organization that allows you to have several projects that you're working at the same time. So basically what you do is that you have the little post-its and you move them from one stage of the project to another. So for example, I have recording and then editing or whatever, like you just go moving it. So for example, right now I move the bullet journal video from planning to recording, because I am recording it as we speak. Then this date reminder I also really like a lot, because if I can say so myself, I think it looks really pretty, and I'm really bad with dates, so I like having them all together in one place. I kind of like added the color depending on the season, and I also added the zodiac sign because just being extra, and I also tend to forget that. These two other lists I went really fast over because they're kind of personal, but it was basically the 20 things that I want to do in 2020. They're not very complex things, they're just basic. And the other one were my favorite memories from 2019, separated by seasons. You can say I have like winter 3 times because I'm stupid. But anyway, here's where it gets a little bit more hippie. I felt like I was in a very confusing state of my life when I decided that I wanted a bullet journal. So I watched so many videos trying to organize my life and trying to remember why I made the decisions that I made, like on the big scale. Like, why am I studying what I'm studying? What is it that I want in life? What is my dream life? So I just separated this. It's kind of like the concept of the visual board. So I decided to take it back and divide my life in different categories and kind of like express what I wanted out of all of those different areas of my life. So the way that I did it was by what I'm about to show you. So I just wrote down and I separated every single area in writing an intention, a goal, and then an action. So the intention is what I want, the goal is more specified things that I want, and then the action is how am I gonna make those things come true. And it worked out for me. It was a great experiment. I'll keep you updated or whatever. Then I have my February page. Originally, I was not going to do a month page because I thought it was a lot, but it just came out very naturally and it was very easy to do, very simple, and I really liked it. I think it looks really cute, and I do think it's nice to add certain areas of color to and design to the bullet journal, because the rest of it you're gonna see is very simple. These are just like the year pages, the year organization, but the monthly and the weekly and the daily, it's gonna be very, very short. And now here I am, like on a page that I messed up, but apart from messing up, I also wanted to do a collage with my winter kind of aesthetic. That sounds weird, but I just kind of wanted to again incorporate a little bit more color and more elements to the bullet journal, because I know that it's gonna be really simple for the most of it. So I just decided that I was going to do this periodical collages, and this is the first one. This is for winter. So I just gather a lot of my drawings that I made. You can probably recognize the flower from my last video, and then just other drawings that they wouldn't really have a life for themselves, so I repurpose them by using them here, and yeah, and that way they're just not like hanging in on a drawer or in a random notebook. I just prefer to have them here. I also added a Polaroid where you can see one of my friends, and yeah, and some quotes, and very also like the very yellow color mood also that I was in. Of green, very wintry in my opinion. Now moving on to regular bullet journal content. Sorry for the intermission. Now we get to the actual planning, the actual useful stuff. So here I have my February monthly log. Again, I didn't want to do the boxes. I didn't want to do anything complicated. So what sparked this idea really was the what some people do when they plan their hours in a day. So they do like from 6 to 8 and they organize every single hour. So I was like, what if I do the months and I separate it by adding on pink my personal stuff, and then on green my college stuff, and I think it works out very nicely. I really don't want to do a daily log because I think it's a lot. I just want to have the opportunity to do that whenever I want to, so I'm just working with weeks. And again, I really like list. I like to-do list, and this is just like this is a glorified to-do list really, because it's just separated in categories and divided by weeks, but it really is just a to-do list. So I have the college, the personal, and the pending. So the personal is more for meetings with friends or family, or for my personal projects, so like this video and things like that. And then the pending is just like random things I forget, like picking out my contacts or buying something or organizing my closet. Then here you can see that I actually have a daily, because that week was kind of, I was juggling a lot of things and I felt like I needed a daily breakdown of activities. Generally, if I have just a busy week in which I have important things to do, I have my priorities straight and I might not even touch the bullet journal. Then here I have my February habit tracker. Again, I didn't want to do the whole square thing, so I just broke it down into little dots and separate all of my habits, so every dot is a date. If you get confused, you just have to count. Also, if you see the like golden things that I added to some of them, that's because I realized that I need to put more attention to them because I absolutely failed. Anyways, I don't really see this like as failure or not. I just see it like a checkup with myself. And then here I have just more daily pages, like me organizing myself and other things. This is really what the rest of the bullet journal is gonna be. And yeah, you can see that I didn't even finish February completely. The way that I look at it, and that I think it's the more healthy and useful way for me, is that for me the bullet journal is just like a personal assistant. Like, it is not my obligation to use it, and I might not need it every day, but it's just there when I need it. And here is my March page. I wanted again to keep it simple. I kept it even more simple this time because I just repurposed another drawing from my drawing series. So I just added it and then added some color and went over the drawing because it was getting a little bit faded, and that's about it. Then again, now I'm doing my March preparation, and I'm pretty happy with the way it came out because I did it so quickly because the sun was about to set and I wanted to be able to record it. So I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's very easy to do. The good thing about these notebooks is that since you have the dots, you don't really have to count like in centimeters or anything. You just count the dots, and that's how you kind of like get your proportions and everything. The hardest part to do obviously is the tracker, but it's also not like the end of the world. I did mess up once, so I had to paste the pages together. Because I got lazy and I thought I could do it without counting the dots, but I had to. It didn't take me long. It was pretty easy. It's not perfect, but I think that the design allows it not to be perfect without looking terrible. And yeah, sorry for the light change. It's about to get warmer, but as I said, I was about to finish. And then I just did the whole cutting the page because I wanted to mimic the February one because I thought it was really cute, but I would probably not continue doing this because it's a bit of a waste of time. So I really hope you liked the video, that maybe gave you some ideas for what to do with your bullet journal if you're not a bullet journal person like I was. And if not, that at least it kept you company in the quarantine, because now we have a lot of time to do things like this. So, yep, thank you for watching and see you in another video.